guys, it's Wrestlelamia here, and I just wanted to do a quick video on 10 random but interesting WWE facts that you may not know. So, since this is going to be a quick video, let's jump right in it with number 10. Let's kick off number 10 with that unstoppable force named Goldberg. As you may know, in WCW he had an impressive win-loss record. But did you know he also had one in the WWE? For the short time he was actually there, Goldberg actually never lost a singles match. Having a total of 38 matches, he lost 4 of them. But those being a Royal Rumble match, Triple Threat, Handicap, Tag Team, and the Elimination Chamber match. Talking of match statistics, Shawn Michael, the self-proclaimed Mr. WrestleMania, has actually got a very mediocre WrestleMania record. With having 17 appearances, he only has 6 wins to his record. The worst WrestleMania record is still pretty much jointly held by both Tito Santana with only 1 win out of 8 appearances and Jeff Hardy, who has yet to have a win with 5 appearances. But we all know that WrestleMania is one of the grandest stages of wrestling, and it featured one of the biggest matches in history, Hulk Hogan vs Andre the Giant, in front of an alleged 93,000 plus audience at WrestleMania 3. But this match wasn't actually the most watched match ever, not by a long shot. Their rematch held on Saturday night's main event in 1988 drew an impressive 33 million viewers and a Nielsen rating of 15.2. If you compare it, not even at the peak of the Attitude Era did the WWE ever touch that amount of viewers. But you know, big stars like Hulk Hogan and the Ultimate Warrior always got their chance at one time to hold the prestigious World Championship. Others didn't quite so get there, and only managed to get the IC belt at their absolute peak, such as the British Bulldog. Jake the Snake Roberts, on the other hand, never got to hold any titles whatsoever, and for those who are saying that he had the diamond-covered $1 million belt for a short time, unfortunately, this was a non-sanctioned belt and didn't count. One of the most famous title wins though, however, was the Ultimate Warrior, steamrolling over the Honky Tonk Man at SummerSlam 1988 in an impressive 31 seconds. But did you know that he was the last minute replacement for Butch Reed, who no-showed the pay-per-view for some unknown reason? The Royal Rumble is arguably one of the best concepts that WWE has ever created. Some of you may know that Patterson was in fact the brains behind this concept, and came up with the inverted battle royal sometime in 1987. He actually pitched the idea to Vince, who immediately shut it down as a bad idea. The match was only brought up again because Vince was actually short of having ideas of a gimmick match for an NBC special. Chairman of NBC Sports Dick Ebersol loved the idea, and the rest is history. There have been other ideas that the WWE has had in connection with Royal Rumbles. In 1996, during the slow period of the WWE, they wanted to bring back both the Ultimate Warrior and Sabu as entrants. Negotiations fell through and Warrior had been signed just before WrestleMania 12 instead. Sabu even went so far as to be mentioned in the pre-show and teased on the WWF hotline, but for some unknown reasons, the plans fell through for him also. Anybody know what all of these wrestlers have in common? Well, in fact, they are all Royal Rumble winners. All of them. Yes, even Hornswoggle. These were of course non-pay-per-view Rumbles. Mankind and Kane won a Tag Team Rumble on Raw in 1998. Hornswoggle won a Midget Royal Rumble in 2008 on Raw. Chyna won a Corporate Rumble on Raw in 1999. Eddie Guerrero won a Rumble on Smackdown in 2004. And even though it wasn't a 30-man Rumble, it was actually 7, Jerry Lawler actually won one in 2011. He actually earned a championship match with Miz at the Elimination Chamber. Anybody remember him? No, not the guy on the right. We kinda know him. Under something or the other, I don't know. No, the guy on the left. He's Brian Lee, a doppelganger of The Undertaker in 1994. Well, what's even stranger than having 2 Undertakers? Well, he starred in a Hindi film as The Undertaker called Kalyadan Ka Khalidi, roughly translating to Player of Players. And finally, did you know that the original idea for Smackdown, when it was a good show, was to have a show dedicated to just divas for 2 whole hours? With the rising success of both Sable and Chyna, women were seen more as just valets in wrestling. They were seen as divas. The show wouldn't have been called Smackdown though, but some ideas including WWF Female Fury, WWF Leather and Lace, WWF Ring Skirts, and WWF Glam Slam were options. Yeah, thank God that never happened. Well guys, this wraps up this video here. I hope you enjoyed the facts, and if you didn't know at least one of them, I would appreciate if you left a like and a comment, and I'll see you next time for some more wrestling content.